What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the video. Today, I have a new prop to set up with you guys. This is the Haunted Living 5'5" Illusionary, or the Illusionist from Lowe's this year, 2025. So this guy is super cool looking. I love his design. And he's just a really great looking prop. I'm super excited to get this guy. I ordered him for pickup today for $90, which I think was a really good price. Really, it was like $94.50 with plus tax. So I think it was like $107 for him, which honestly is not a bad deal for him, considering that he retails for $189, which I think that price is a little absurd. But I am excited to have him, and I'm going to set him up today. Don't really know what I'm working with here, and his box is huge. It's like 4 feet tall. I think he's only a little bit taller than this box. I think he's like up to here. So I think he might be just mostly built. But when I saw this guy at the beginning of the Lowe's leaks, I honestly didn't know what this was. I thought it was like a really weird, like, techie kind of prop, but it's not by Techie at all. It's not by SVI, Techie, Pan Asian Creations, that new company, Sing Song or whatever. This is by Mario Chiodo, one of the greatest sculptors of Halloween decorations on the market. He made a lot of really cool props back in the day, and he's finally back making new stuff, and this is his first piece he's made, and I'm pretty happy to have it, and I'm super excited to unbox it and set it up. I believe this guy's fully like foam-filled latex. He's got a couple metal parts and only very few plastic parts. So, knowing Mario Kyoto's quality is probably going to be really good. So, without further ado, let's set him up. Alright, I just opened the box, and there he is in there. He has these like glasses. I think you can take those off. I'll mess with that once I get him out. But we have his boots, his cauldron with the instructions in his cloak, the hat, and then the main body with the glasses. And I think his base is like down here somewhere. So let's go ahead and start pulling things out. So here's his hat. Pretty basic quality hat. It's like one of those thick felt materials. I think that's maybe a little thicker than normal. And it's got Velcros in the inside of it. So I'll put that over there. And we've got these boots. These are actually foam-filled latex as well. And it's got this like metal bit sticking out. It's got a little notch right there. And his shoes are at a pretty interesting angle. This one on the back here is a little off the ground. So here's his cloak. There's the instructions and stuff. Get some like padding and an Allen wrench and a screw and stuff in there. And now I'm gonna do this off camera. I'm gonna try to take him out and put the box off to the side because this box is huge. So here are here's all the parts. We have, of course, the body. Again, this is entirely like foam-filled latex. Head's latex, is like suit is all latex. This hand is latex. This like bar in the handle of the cauldron. The cauldron is actually just a generic plastic one, but honestly, I think it does the job perfectly fine. If anything, I think it make it look a little bit better. Make it look a bit more old and vintage looking. So we've got the body with the cauldron, his boots, the cloak, the instructions with the padding, the Velcro, and Allen wrench, and the screw, his top hat, and his base. So not a whole lot to him. He seems to be fairly simple to build. So let's start off with getting his boots on here. Again, these are huge. And it's got this like metal bar coming out. I think there's like a screw on the bottom here. Yeah, right there. You can see that it is all foam. But this is like really good quality. This is like professional. Honestly, if this thing wasn't mass produced, I think it would honestly be a completely professional item. And I feel like even if it is mass produced, which it is, I still think it's completely professional. Everything about this is just such good quality. You can really see all the detail in there, like all the depth and wrinkles in the boots and stuff. And I think it looks great. So I'm gonna go ahead and figure out how to screw this onto the base. I think there's like a divot on the other side. And then once you do that, of course, you can just pop his body on and get the rest done. So this is really the only major part, is just screwing him onto the base. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick, and I'll show you guys how I did it. Okay, so that's done. As you can see, it's pretty stable on there, and you can turn it if you want him to be at kind of an angle. I mean, you can really put him on the base any way you want, but I'll show you the way that I did it. Well, you can't really see, but so there's just a little screw down to the bottom there, a little divot, a little hole fits in, where the screw fits in flush. So, and that just allows it to not scrape against the floor. And you can use the floor paddings on the bottom, but I'm not going to, because I'm actually going to be using this guy outdoors, because he is in fact outdoor rated, which is super cool and very odd for a prop like this. But now, moving on to the next step, is his body. So it's a little confusing on how to do this. I'm not sure if I can even do this with one hand. And it looks like I can't. So I'm going to have to do this off camera here for a second. So I'll be right back once I get this on. Alright, I got him on, and pretty simple. You just have to make sure that the little notch in the little bar slides down onto the piece that's cut out, and then he'll fit right on. And I was actually right. You can take his glasses off, and it is fully detailed underneath, and it looks really cool. I think the illusion already works pretty well by itself. But there are little holes on the side where you can put his glasses back in. If you take them off, it does not damage the item. I know a lot of people say that it will, but it does not. They just fit in fairly well. And just like that, it's already back into place. But yeah, I mean, he's already looking great here. So here's his hat, and that's just gonna sit on the top there, and looks great. But we still have one more thing to do, and that is to put on his cloak, which seems to be pretty big here. And there's actually like a piece of foam with a plastic feeling piece in there to kind of spring it back. And I'm gonna go ahead and set my phone down here just so I can get this piece on and show you guys what it looks like. And once I just fix it up a little bit here, he is pretty much all set, and he looks really cool. I think the illusion looks even better with the cloak on. But it's such a cool illusion, and such a great idea. I'm honestly surprised that this hasn't been done before on any other type of prop. My only little ick with the cloak is that it kind of covers his cauldron here and his hand. Maybe there's a way to fix that. Maybe you can just do it. There we go, that's good. Just like that can work. But as you can see, he looks amazing. And yeah, I love him. I think he's a really cool prop. Can't wait to see people's reactions on this guy, because he's such a chill guy. He looks super nonchalant. But yeah, you can customize him pretty much any way that you want. If you want to have the glasses or the hat off, you can, take that stuff off. But yeah, So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.